So I'm in a marriage, and this person um isn't acting the way I lead them to act. So I try to make them into who I want them to be. What do you think about that? What do you think about people doing that in a marriage?
Once you're already married
Hmm.
and you oh wow, I was actually thinking of this topic earlier about us living in a narcissistic society where we think we can change people.
Hmm.
We think we have the power to completely change people, and we don't. People change for us if they want to
Hmm.
or not. So if you're already in a marriage and you've already accepted this person for all of who they are,
Did
and
I accept them though? Did I accept them, or I just?
you marry, if you marry him, you should. That's my whole point.
Mhm.
You have to understand, people have to understand what marriage is. Like what real marriage is supposed to be. That's why it's breaking down because we're leaving too many gaps in the foundation.
Mm.
Marriage is, I love you. I may not like you all the time, but I love you and I accept you for who you are. Even the things that I don't like about you, I still accept about you. And even if you never change them, I'm still going to love you. Now, my response to them may be different. It may get to the point where I can't deal with certain things if you get outlandish, but I'm always going to love you. You have to listen to who people tell you they are. When people tell you who they are, believe them.
I believe them. Yeah.
Believe
Yeah.
them because they're trying to tell you who they are so that you'll understand them. Everybody wants to be understood. I don't care if you're the hardest person in the world or the most vulnerable, emotional person in the world. You want someone to understand who you are so that they can treat you how you want to be treated.
Hmm.
This whole notion of you treat people how you want to be treated is wrong. You treat people how they want to be treated. That's how you
Hmm.
show love. That's how you learn that person and you treat them how they need to be treated to feel loved. You don't you if you can't approach people like, oh, I'm gonna treat you like I want to be treated. I'm gonna buy you flowers, I'm gonna massage your feet, I'm gonna do all this, but that person doesn't receive love that way.
Hmm. Hmm.
Have
Hmm.
to learn who they are. So
Right, man. Yeah, I heard that the other day. So it was Mother's Day the other day, and they bought roses for the women at the job. And the wedding lady was like, "I don't want this rose. I don't even like roses." And like, that ain't the way to show her love. Like, the flowers ain't it for her. And but in a man's mind, women like flowers. You get
she
them
was probably
flowers.
take my car, wash my car, buy me an
Yeah,
organizer for the bathroom, something
that's it.
useful.
That's what she
Yeah.
what. That's exact words. Give me something useful, somebody can use, like a candle or something. Like,
Okay, so I have a secret then, because I'm a little bit like that. I
okay.
love flowers, but buy me something that has roots
Hmm.
that will
Hmm.
grow over and over again.
Not just a cut stem. You give you a pot of
A
flower.
pot,
Oh,
something that will grow.
pot. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, something that will grow, something that I can water, something that I can look 3 years down the line and look back at it and go, I got that plant 4 years ago
Hmm.
on this day to show up, and it's
You
still
have
living to this day. And so I
you
can
have.
remember the love that was shown that day through something that's still living. But
Hmm.
cutting flowers and watching them die, to me, that's morbid. It's like, kill flowers and then give them to me so I can then watch them die. What are you trying to say? Our love's gonna die away? Like,
Okay, yeah,
just
yeah.
learn who we
Learn the
are.
person.
Learn who
Yeah,
we are
learn.
because
Yeah.
everybody has their own spark that makes them feel special. So for someone to know that I like a potted plant instead of a cut rose, that's special to me, you know? And just like that woman, she doesn't want a flower or something. She may not even like plants, but to give her something that she can use that makes her life easier,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
Like
know?
you got to learn the person. You got to learn the person. I got something. So I'm in the marriage, and this person um isn't acting the way I lead them to act. So I try to make them into who I want them to be. What do you think about that? What do you think about people doing that in a marriage?
Once you're already married
Hmm.
and you Oh, wow. I was actually thinking of this topic earlier about us living in a narcissistic society where we think we can change people.
Mm-hmm.
We think we have the power to completely change people, and we don't. People change for us if they want to
Mm-hmm.
or not. So if you're already in a marriage and you've already accepted this person for all of who they are,
Did
and
I accept them though? Did I accept them, or I
if
just?
you marry, if you marry him, you should. That's my whole point.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand, people have to understand what marriage is. Like what real marriage is supposed to be. That's why it's breaking down, because we're leaving too many gaps in the foundation.
Mm.
Marriage is, I love you. I may not like you all the time, but I love you and I accept you for who you are. Even the things that I don't like about you, I still accept about you. And even if you never change them, I'm still going to love you. Now, my response to them may be different. It may get to the point where I can't deal with certain things if you get outlandish, but I'm always going to love you. There's always going to be love there. And so
Mm-hmm.
marriage is a commitment to not only face the problems, but rekindle the love after the problems have already been discussed and gone through. It's a
Mm.
commitment to love is an action. It's not really, it is an emotion, but it's an action. Saying you love somebody, it's physical acts of getting through things and triumphing and still being able to do the soft, smushy, romantic things after you've solved a hard problem. That's
Mm-hmm.
real marriage and love and commitment. And so you get in a marriage with somebody and it's like, he said he would stop smoking 3 months ago and he won't stop smoking and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sis, do you love him? Are you going to leave him over that? That wasn't your deal breaker, that you knew he was a smoker from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You knew
Mm-hmm.
that's something that you married, and he
Mm-hmm.
didn't promise to give it up once you were married, but now you want to change him, right? So it's two things. You help him, you don't change him. You don't change him because he has to change.
Mm-hmm.
We're still adults when we're married. We're still independent people. We have independent thought process and rights over ourselves. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to talk, and that's where the communication comes in. Babe, I don't want you to smoke anymore. It's bad for your health. Why don't you come join this basketball league with me? Because he ain't gonna be able to smoke 3 months into that basketball training. You
Right.
know, he gonna be like, man, I need to stop smoking. Okay,
He go.
well,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
now we've made progress.
Right.
So if you really love somebody and they have a habit that you don't like, or they're doing something that's detrimental to their health,
Mm-hmm.
that's something that you can just kind of slide in with suggestions and healthy ways, and go for that walk or go for that jog, or be the example you want to see, be the change you want to see. If
Mm-hmm.
you want someone to give up a bad habit, introduce good habits that will force that bad habit out the way. And it's not changing that person, it's just calling to light, this is not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to introduce something that's good for you, and through that you can see that that's not good for you yourself. I don't even have to nag you about it,
Mm-hmm.
because when I run around this block in this 2 miles here, and I'm standing at the finish line like Superwoman, and and you trying to make it, you know you're gonna be
Right.
like, oh babe, you look good, you strong, I want to be like you. Be the
Mm-hmm.
example you want to see. Set that example.
Right.
If it's something childish, like, I don't know, he does this, and it's not harming himself, and it's not harming you, it's just annoying. Those are those things that you grow old cussing each other out about. Yeah, he been leaving his socks on this floor for 20 years.
Right.
His socks gonna be right there every day when he walk in the house. He just take them off and leave them at the front door. It's just gonna be one of those things. You don't
Yeah.
love me
Yeah.
less.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't impede any of your intimacy, your connection, your chemistry. It doesn't stop any of that. It's just annoying. Get
Mm-hmm.
over it. It's okay. He'll
Mm-hmm.
change one day or he won't.
I always say I like compromising in a marriage or relationship.
Mhm.
Because I feel when two people come together, it's like two nations coming together. And if you get two nations coming together, you're going to have one nation that like this food, one nation like that food. And there's different traditions that these two nations may have. But for them to live together, you have it has to be some harmony. Like you have to give this person room, give that person, you know what I mean? So compromising is big for me. Compromising is big for me. I don't like when she smoked. I really don't. Because I have asthma. And her smoking really bothers me. But you know what? I love this lady. You know what I mean? Like I really do. So I'm just gonna ask her not to smoke in the house. Please
Right.
just don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't smoke in the house. You want to kill me? Do you love me? Like, do you love me? Like,
Right.
don't just please don't smoke in the house while okay, maybe maybe that maybe she will smoke outside, but I'll try to find some way that we can compromise on it. And of course, try to get her to get off of it too, because I don't want you sucking on that. I'm good. You don't need to be smoking that. So compromise is huge for me.
So
Um,
at the end of the day, you know that we talked about communication. Communication is key. Being transparent in the things that you talk about, making sure that you're honest, and then also leaving room for compromise when it comes to the changes that both husband and wife may need to make after marriage. Um, those factors right there will keep a marriage going for years. Um, but I also want to say where we started this conversation of make sure you go in it the right way. Make sure that that honeymoon phase really is the honeymoon phase. You're feeling all the things that you should feel. And if you don't feel those things, take a moment to start rebuilding some of the communication skills needed to get to that cloud nine, because you always want to be on that cloud nine, especially during the honeymoon.
Damn, we closing because you just that was a closing argument and a closing statement. And when you said, make sure, what if it's the wrong person? What if you just realize, wait, it's this ain't him or this ain't her? I don't know what I saw in this person, doing that the courting stage or the honeymoon. Like you just wake up, like the blinders was lift from your eyes, and you just really begin to see this person for who they are. And they wasn't lying the whole time. They was really just who they are, but you just realize it's not them. Is it okay to say, you know what?
You have to. You have to let them go and think of it this way. You have to let them go so they can find their person. You don't want to
And you
hold someone captive and you're not their person and you know you're not their person.
right, right, right,
So
right, right.
have mercy is what I would
Mm,
say. Have mercy on each other out there to where if you get to a place at the very beginning and you're like, "Well, we made a mistake or I made a mistake," be honest and have mercy that you don't hold that person captive for years
for
knowing that
years.
you're not the one
Yeah.
that was meant to love them.
Word, word, word. Good, good, good. That was good, man. Good, good, good. All right. So um yeah, thank you again. Thank you again. This I don't know why I'm saying thank you. This is our show. This is Noble Nasheed. This is
We
you
are
and I.
now in effect, right?
That's it. This is us.
We are taken
So
over by storm.
I promise you, I promise you. So I
Hopefully,
can't
inshallah, we will bring much benefit to people. I really hope people are benefiting from what we're talking about in our discussions and the fact that we're being open and transparent. And we don't mind going down certain avenues here and there in the discussion and in the details. So we appreciate all the comments. We sit back and brainstorm over all the comments. So keep them coming. And hopefully we'll have a Q&A comment session in the future and
yeah,
to start
soon.
bringing in some
Soon,
some some
soon,
of
soon.
these amazing feedback that we're receiving. So
Really. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, y'all. So thank y'all again for visiting Noble Nasheed, and God willing, we'll see you next time. Thank you.